Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It's a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here in Lower Alabama, so I thought I would change the scenery up a little bit and get outside a bit. Actually been hearing the birds for the first time today. I thought that was odd. I haven't heard birds a lot since I've been back in the States, and I've really missed that from in Costa Rica. So yeah, I need to get out and start spending more time outside. I haven't really completely settled into my to a pattern, to a routine, to my way of doing things here yet, but I'm getting there and things are good. So I wanted to start the week off by talking about the major benefits of the raw vegan lifestyle. Why do we do this stuff in the first place? If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I do videos every day. I'd appreciate if you'd hit that little subscribe button, click on the little bell, and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Recently I've had a few people telling me again they've been unsubscribed from the channel and they didn't do it themselves. YouTube goes through this glitch. It went through this glitch about 6 months or so ago, and that's why I do that little spiel in the beginning of every video about, besides just hitting the subscribe button, like going in there and you click on that little bell and you actually check send notifications. I don't know if that's 100%, but it seems to keep people subscribed to the channel. And you might want to do that on any number of whatever you follow on YouTube. Just a suggestion. It kind of like, you know, there was a period there where I was losing lots of subs, and that kind of seemed to fix things, but you just never know with the algorithms at YouTube. So anyhow, what are some of the benefits of a raw vegan lifestyle? I've just got 5 or 6 down here. I mean, you know, I could literally probably sit here and talk for hours and hours about all of the benefits of this lifestyle, but I will try to limit it to what I consider the major ones for me. I know I talk about it a lot, but number one, and it's still kind of, I can't get over how good it is on this lifestyle, and that's digestion. You know, I just didn't know until I knew, until I came to this lifestyle. I thought a lot of things that we experienced digestion-wise, whether, you know, it was just kind of a funky stomach is a word I used to use just when I didn't know exactly what was going on, or whether you were, you had acid indigestion or heartburn, or sometimes you didn't go as often as you wanted to, sometimes you went more than you wanted to. But yeah, ever since coming to this lifestyle, I've just been like, wow, my digestion is just so easy. And I never have that. I rarely, you know, every once in a while I'll do the odd food combining, or I'll eat something, or I'll do something that'll kind of give me that full bloated feel. But I generally, even when I'm satiated, when I'm full, I don't have that just weighed down, you know, like I'm full of food. You know, I feel like what I eat, the way we eat on this lifestyle, passes through our bodies very rapidly. We don't have food decaying and sitting around in our body for a long period of time. And yeah, my digestion, I just got to say, and you know, for just to kind of give you an idea of where I came from, I had fairly decent digestion before, considering the way I ate. I didn't have a lot of major problems even when I was eating the standard American diet, but since switching over to this lifestyle, man, I would say my digestion is flawless. I couldn't be happier with it. The next obvious one is energy. This lifestyle can give us just abundance of energy. Sometimes I've almost felt like there's times when it can be too much. I don't know, remember I mentioned that in a thread on Facebook or something the other day about energy, and I didn't mean it from a bad way. They're like, when I say sometimes you have too much energy, I don't mean like that jittery kind of caffeine or amphetamine type thing where you're all jumpy and jittery, but I have had times, especially when I'm doing no overt fats, and when I'm really doing a lot of mono meals, and when I'm really watching everything, like when I'm starting the day out with the higher water content fruits first, maybe having higher water content up until mid-morning or midday, like then like the energy can sometimes get off the hook. I did that for 2 months, like back in April and May, and I did get to a point where it's like, okay, I got to ground a little bit. It's time to get some fat back in here again, or I'm just going to like start randomly running and just expressing energy because I don't know what to do with it. But yeah, I mean, you know, on this lifestyle, it's never, you know, even after a big meal, and that's one of the things I really like if we're eating, you know, like all raw, Now that is the difference. I don't throw shade on eating the cook, but when we're eating all raw, there's absolutely almost nothing that I can eat for the biggest meal that I can't go out and go for a run or go to the gym immediately afterwards or do whatever I want to immediately afterwards, because this kind of food doesn't have that same drain on the body. Because just basic 101, the body takes energy to digest. And when your body, especially those days, I remember back in the day, eating like really big, nasty, bad for you lunches, and you just felt that energy go all the way down, and you were basically useless for the rest of the day. You just tried to look like you were busy when the boss came by, but you had absolutely no energy, and that's because all the energy in your body is at that point has to focus on digesting all this heavy food that you've put into your body. So the energy level is great. Disease prevention. I think one of the benefits, and like I say, your mileage may vary on this, and I'm not one of those that says, you're bulletproof if you live this lifestyle, whether it's just a plant-based lifestyle or a very high raw lifestyle. But I do believe that the plant-based lifestyle, and I do believe a low-fat version of it, the cleaner the better, gives us our best chance out there against true disease prevention. And when I'm talking about disease prevention here, I'm talking about the biggies, like that kill people, like heart disease, like cancer, like diabetes, basically I've come to understand over the past year, all manifest from one source. They all come from the same reasoning. It's not like there's a special thing people tend to do that causes heart disease, and then another set of behavior that causes cancer, and so on. I think that just in general, this lifestyle gives us the best protection available against major disease. And once again, I'm no expert on anything. That is just my belief, my opinion, how I live my life, and my the way I do this thing. Not quite disease prevention, but also this works together, is it strengthens the immune system. And the reason I had that separately is, yes, having a strong immune system will help us against major disease as well. When I'm talking about strengthening the immune system, I think when we follow this lifestyle, we're less prone to catching just everyday things like, the colds that go around, the flu going around, basic sniffles and what have you. I'm not saying we're 100% bulletproof on that. In fact, I'm a little wondering, I'm a little edgy, as this is going to be my first time going through the whole cold and flu season, the cold weather here in the States. Even though you guys know I'm not really a big proponent of the whole fasting thing, I don't necessarily throw it under the bus, especially when it comes to healing properties and whatever. And I'm actually dabbling with the idea of doing like just a 3-day water fast in November, right before the cold weather gets here, just to boost the immune system. No other reason other than that. But I might or I might not, because as you guys know, I like to eat, and I like to eat a lot. But yeah, that's another one where I won't go out and boast and make big exaggerations, because to be quite honest, even when I was living the sad lifestyle, I didn't tend to get sick all that much. I would, every once in a while I'd get a cold, but it wasn't like I caught all the colds that were coming around. It wasn't like I always got the flu during flu season. So I had pretty good immune system then. But I just feel like it's almost in hyper mode, on this lifestyle. And also too, as far as strengthening the immune system, I think, even just little things like when we injure ourselves, our body tends to heal and repair itself faster, quicker, as our immune system is stronger. And we definitely strengthen our immune system eating all these fresh fruits and vegetables, getting a wide variety of colors, some of the best antioxidants out there for taking care of our bodies. And then the next one, and these are all like main ones. I think I'll do another video, one of these, and get into some of the ones that are of the less obvious ones. But clear skin. And once again, I'm going to say I'm talking in generalities here. There's always an exception out there. There's somebody that probably is doing this lifestyle in a flawless manner, still has skin problems, or still has any of these number of problems. But there's always going to be exceptions My thing is there's just not that as many exceptions as people tend to think of it out there. Don't like look at, don't, in other words, if you have an issue with something or if your skin's not clearing up, don't just immediately jump to that thought that you're the exception. Go backwards a little bit, do a little backtracking, and at least see if like maybe you're not doing things right, or maybe if there's a culprit in there that you can point your finger at, other than the fact of, okay, you're an exception, you're doing everything right, you're eating right, and your skin's still not clearing up. And this gets into nothing to do with major skin issues, you know, when it comes to like eczema, psoriasis, some of the autoimmune disorders that cause skin issues. I'm not knowledgeable whatsoever. I'm no expert on that. So like I say, your mileage may vary on that. I'm not saying every person that switches to this lifestyle that has bad skin is going to immediately see this miraculous clear up. But I would just say in general, I just came, let's put it like this, I just came from a gathering, you know, a few weeks ago, the Woodstock Fruit Festival, where not everybody's 100% raw. I'm sure there's probably even people there that aren't 100% vegan, but that you're talking about a pretty large example of a group of people eating lots and lots of fruits and vegetables, and I saw lots and lots of clear skin there. I would say the percentage of clear skin at this gathering is off the charts higher than it would be if you just took a test group of 600 from society in general. You know, this it's just almost impossible. Like bad skin is like is the largest organ in our body, and when we have bad things in our body, it's the biggest organ that the body can detox through. So most of the time that bad skin is just something that's going on inside of the body that's trying to get itself out. Yeah, I mean, as far as skin goes, I'd say this is the best way to have good skin out there. I still see people that I network with that come to our groups and whatever that still don't seem to get it on the skin. They're always talking about natural skin products, this and that, and I'm like, what do you need natural skin products for? Eat fruit. Okay, you need something, you want to do something on the outside, take your papaya scraps and rub it on your face. You make coconut milk, dry that pulp out, rub it on your skin, exfoliate, and you can use that dried coconut with some coconut oil. You can use the coconut oil with brown sugar to exfoliate. I'm like, you know, even people that do this lifestyle are still kind of caught up in the old way of thinking, like they still, well, they need their facial stuff and they need their cleansers and they need this and that, when no, trust the lifestyle, trust the fruits and vegetables. But yeah, I've seen some of the some of the best skin I've ever seen in my life has been through the last 5 years, networking and being around and talking with all these fruit-eating people. So anyhow, those are just the some of the benefits I wanted to talk about today. I'm sure you can think of a number of other ones, and I think I will do another video like this on the benefits, some of the more obscure benefits at a later time, because to talk about 5, that's just, you know, there's so many. You guys hear these birds? This is really nice. This is really nice. I've missed that. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you would, give it a share. The numbers seem to be down on YouTube lately. You never know when YouTube's going through these glitches. And as always, I love you guys. You're like family. See you again tomorrow, and peace.